Cities around the nation have decided to listen to Yard Rock, the literal rock, grayish brown rock that I found in my front yard. He's running for president. I'm his campaign manager, and he's been doing great things. But one of the biggest things he stands for, Yard Rock stands for, yardrock2024.com, is erasing medical debt for Americans across the country who are struggling so bad under medical debt, which is not even a thing in most countries. It doesn't even exist because most countries give their people freaking health care. And here is from NPR, there's a growing wave of local governments who are erasing billions in medical debts. This week, New York City pledged to pay down $2 billion worth of residents' medical debt. In doing so, it has come around to an innovation that started in the local governments in the Midwest and is ridding millions of Americans of healthcare debt. But I and Yard Rock would like to take full credit. They may be claiming it started somewhere else, but really, this is just cities across America listening to the best presidential candidate, which is a rock I found in my front yard. The idea emerged a couple of years ago. No, it didn't emerge from Yard Rock, but still, a couple of years ago in Cook County, Illinois, home to Chicago and surrounding towns, when President of the County Board spent a portion of its federal pandemic rescue funds to relieve the residents' medical debt. In 2022, Cook County became the first local government to partner with RIP Medical Debt, a nonprofit group that uses private donor funds to buy up and pay off healthcare debts. Now, RIP Medical Debt is also where Yard Rock donates. This is actually true. I'm not kidding with you. When you buy a t-shirt or something over at yardrock2024.com, 50% of all proceeds go to erase medical debt via RIP Medical Debt. So that is why one of the reasons that I know about RIP Medical Debt is through this. And Yard Rock has already erased $80,000 of medical debt across the country, which I believe is more than Joe Biden or Donald Trump have erased. In terms of that, the reason that these cities are able to erase this medical debt is that you can buy it up and erase it for pennies on the dollar. So if someone owes $10,000 or let's say $1,000 of medical debt, you can buy it up for it's like $10. It's like they owe $1,000. You buy it up for $10 and erase it. It's a tiny fraction of what they would have to pay to get out from under their debt. And so these cities have been able to take a relatively small amount of money and erase the medical debt. Now, here's the thing. The U.S. government could do this for everybody, everywhere, quickly, and erase all medical debt. Do you see the way my hands are moving? That is how quickly they could erase medical debt for everyone across this country. But they don't. No, they'd rather buy $52,000 trash cans. They'd rather spend it on that. You know how much medical debt $52,000 could have raised? Like $5 million of medical debt, some crazy amount of money. And they would rather buy a trash can. That shows how much they care about you. But anyway, cities across this country are doing exactly that. And if you have any connection, any discussion with your city councils, or you know people who know people, tell them they should do this. Tell them there should be a wave of this across the country, erasing medical debt for pennies on the dollar.